thumbnail. I look at the thumbnail for today, and it's this beautiful picture of this beautiful deer. Look, see it? Still got it. All right, the deer. Let me come back. Can't even hear me? All right. What's happening? I'm in this weird place to where I'm really wound up, and I'm really not at the same time because of turn up my mic, huh? Test. All right. Let's do a little mic check. Still meow? Loud and clear or good? We good? Okay. Morning, guys. Morning. Oh, nice. Works good? Good. Left and right? The studio's, it's a mess. Like, there's shit all right there, like literally right next to me. The whole place is filled because we're getting ready to move. That's some of the good news that I've got. Getting new space, much more space. I'm excited. Huh? You lie. All right, we good? 5 p.m. in California. It's 9 a.m. Friday. I'm in the future. Future looks good, by the way. Cool, we're good. Let's get out of this screen. Let's get into some Twitter action. Oh, you can see it. You can see where it's broken a little bit. All right, let me fix it. Really quick. If people actually saw my setup here, they'd probably laugh. No. What do I need? I need Logitech. That's what you get for still using a Logitech instead of the A7S Sony that I've got. That's what you get. All right. Quit talking and fix this. So 144 didn't do the trick, huh? Let's try that. There we go. Hey. All right. Done mucking around. I'm not going to watch the chat. I've got mods in there. Play nice, guys. It's been a while since we've done a live stream, and I've missed you. I really have. I've missed doing these, and I don't know. It just hasn't seemed like the same fun. Ton of stuff going on. You know, changes that we've been making, things that we've been doing, and I wanted to take some time today and share that with you, and then talk about, you know, what we've got going on, and just hopefully hang out for a little bit. So I've got you know, a good hour. I want to chart some BTC. I want to talk about the ICO pool, talk about some conversations I've had recently, making some really good contacts. Like, I thought we were doing good before, but the ever since we kind of changed direction and broke away from a lot of the lending stuff, it's funny because when you talk about the lending shit, right, like before, there was a ton of people who didn't want to talk to me, and they said it was because of that, and I understood that, right? And now that yeah, all those have gone away, like almost all of them have closed down now, you know, everyone wants to talk now, so it's cool. So building some new relationships, which is key in this game, and that allows us to bring better opportunities to you guys. So my intention with this training, like every single video I do, is I hope that you learn just one little thing out of this. If you learn one thing out of this video, then you know, I feel like I've done my job. So I'm sure we'll cover quite a bit as usual. We'll talk about various topics, and I'll try and, you know, answer some of your guys' questions and interact with you quite a bit. If you're not in the Discord, it is closed now, but we'll be opening it back up soon, very soon, right? But that's really the best place to go, because if you've just been a subscriber on YouTube and you're not in a Discord at all, you're probably like, wow, Jay's completely fallen off the planet Earth. But that's not the case. Every single day I'm in the different voice chats. Every single day I'm posting in there. Every single day we're doing stuff. So if you're not in a Discord, sit tight, wait until we open back up, or if you can find an old invite link floating around somewhere, great. But right now we don't currently have it open. People are just finding old registration links if they are joining. Excuse me. And so that's really your best place to go. I mean, 4,300 people, I think. And the amount of information, we've streamlined a lot of the training. We've got some new challenges rolling. We've got a new structure and order to the roles and the levels. It's just beautiful. So that's going to keep getting better. You want to be in there, right? Because I barely post on Twitter. I don't know. I realized the other day I kind of post stupid shit on Twitter. Like, I don't really know how to use it. I don't think anyone does, but it's really like the place that you go to just kind of like talk shit about stuff or retweet stuff, and that's all I do. So I don't know if that's valuable for you guys. I hope it is. But speaking of Twitter, let me just touch on this for a second. This is a big glaring problem within the crypto space that I just want to address really quickly, is that in every market you have a variety of opinions, right? My opinion is different than yours. You know, some people might think I'm an idiot. Some people might think I'm a genius. That's kind of all part of it, right? That's part of life. We all have different opinions. We all have different worldviews. But the thing that I noticed in crypto is that there's way too much of narcissistic behavior, and there's way too much like really bullying, I guess, for lack of better words. So you have guys who have been in it since 2013, 2012, 2014, and they're considered like the OGs, right? Which I think is an awful name to call them, by the way. But they're either technical analysis people or fundamental people. Those guys all kind of get along for the most part, but they're like diehard believers in Bitcoin, in crypto technology, in blockchain technology, and they don't get along with all the new people that are coming into the space, like the new TA people coming into the space, guys moving over from Forex. They hate marketers that are coming over into the space. And there's just like this constant bickering. Like, I'll give you a great example. This guy, Phil, he's a good guy. He's got really, really good content. If you're not following him already, do it. If you want to learn Elliott Waves, do it. Shout out to Phil. Cool guy, quirky. I love his personality. This guy is like an OG. And like, look, they're in a flame war over basically hypocrisy that this guy said in a comment, right? And this shit will go on all fucking day. And then there'll be like another 12 or 15 guys that run to this guy's rescue and get on his side, and then guys on Phil's side. It's like, dude, why bother? So it's failing to recognize that the space is moving. The space is always evolving. To have marketers, whether they're great marketers or awful marketers, overall at like level 1 is a good thing, because it's bringing more people into the space. So you could hate Ty Lopez or James Altucher, but you can't deny the fact that they're single-handedly responsible for bringing in tens of thousands of new people into crypto. How is that a bad thing? They might be giving them not the best information or like worn out strategies or something like that, but like all of that I see is like really granular. The core big thing and the most important thread is that they're bringing more people into the space. And I think that's a great thing. Same thing can be said, like, look at what's happened in the fallout from BitConnect. Like, how many channels just went away? And I even admit, like, you know, when all that died, we had to make a decision. We had to determine, well, I had to determine what I wanted to be, what kind of channel I wanted to be, what kind of content I wanted to shoot. And so some of it you kind of saw me dabbling for like maybe a week or two, and then you see me setting into my groove now. You know, we'll also get back to live streams very soon too. I'll do a few through March, and then April we'll get back to a live stream schedule, because April I'll be in my new space and brand new badass studio setup. So I'm really excited for that. But overall, like, there's been a ton of people that have fallen out, a ton of channels that went away. And granted, like, some of the guys were really, really clueless on the content that they were talking about, but at face value, they were bringing people into crypto. And I think that's important, right? And since those lending platforms have all gone away, it's left a lot of people lost. Like, let's be real here. And then you got a bunch of guys, myself included, that aren't live streaming the same. And so it leaves a lot of people like not really knowing what to do. And it was interesting to see that. I didn't realize it would be like that big of an effect, but it absolutely was. So anyway, you guys behaving in the chat? Okay. Let me cover some recent conversations. So I got connected with Mick, who's part of the Invasio team. Invasio is a new ICO coming out. No affiliate links. You know, or if you want to check it out, great. If not, that's cool too. But it's a huge AI project, meaning that I think they had like 20 plus AI projects, like huge revolutionary projects that they wanted to do in the ICO, and they actually spent a lot of time narrowing it down, which most of their time before they launched ICO was spent like trying to narrow down to just 3, and I think that they ended up with 7. But check it out, insane AI stuff, insane AI technology, disrupting like so many spaces that it's almost like, wow, maybe a little too much. I think it kind of blows people's minds a little too much, actually. But that's a cool project. So turns out this guy's from Michigan too. Like I was born right outside of Detroit. He's born in Oakland County. So really cool. Him and I got to chatting though. So expect an interview with him coming up on the channel. I want to make it fun. So we've got some things in mind to do there. I'll have an interview dropping on the channel, giving you guys all the nuts and bolts. Also too, I'll do a full extensive review on it. So that's coming up in this next week. Let's talk Ficoin. The community is really big into Ficoin. I don't know what percentage, but it's probably a lot that we're into Ficoin. And the reason why I like Ficoin is because in the midst of everything happening, like think back when BitConnect first crashed and DAV was like, everyone just jumped into DAV thinking that that would be the next play. They were already thinking 5 steps ahead. This is an important part. This point rather is that they had the foresight to be able to make these bigger moves. And they just continually keep doing that. So they were really the first ones to pivot into like a staking model, which, to take a step back, there's coins launching every single day that are masternode coins, which masternode.online is a place to get a bunch of info. There it is. On masternodes. Look at this tab, by the way. Just look at this. Like, this is so disappointing that you see all this one, Ara's home block. That's the ones that I'm still in, that I'm trying to get my money out of. So I'm literally forced to fucking log into this bullshit every single day. I don't want to be doing that. Garbage, just garbage. It's embarrassing that that's my tab history, really. All right, so masternodes.online if you want to check out up and coming masternodes. I'll have a video coming out on this. I actually forgot to shoot it like a month back. Oops. But I'll have one coming out on this, don't worry. And there's coins that come out in the staking model all day long, right? And, you know, your traditional crypto people just call them shit coins, right? So this isn't a new model. I'm saying this to emphasize the fact that staking isn't a new model. The thing you got to watch for is that now there's been like 3 or 5 other lending platforms that have attempted to pivot into staking and mining, pre-selling mining, and all this other stuff. That's when you have to be a little nervous, is because if they're pivoting because they notice that their platform is flatlining, that's different than having foresight. Do you understand? So Ficoin had foresight to make the change. A lot of these platforms are doing it because their platform is dying. There's a big fucking difference between the two. So Ficoin just continues to impress me, continues to innovate. They're pulling from their community constantly. They're making updates fast. And a couple other points that I want to talk about is they're releasing transparency of their team. I assume they're doing this for many reasons. A legitimate project, let's call it, has somebody out there in the public, and so somebody that can answer questions, somebody that's, you know, held accountable from a social standpoint. And so I get why they're doing that, because they want to get listed on bigger exchanges in the long run. And a big exchange, some of them care, some of them don't. But they do have to pass like an audit and a test to get listed on an exchange. And again, we've got this bot, right? Which they're going to start posting, you know, proof of the trading and things like that. And, you know, I believe that that technology does exist. I believe it because, You know, we have HassBot, we have Profit Trailer, we have all kinds of bots that exist in the market that can get you 3 to 5% every single day. So for a trading AI bot to get 1% a day, and some guys to get together to pool and allow others to make money off of their trading efforts, like that doesn't stretch my beliefs that far, you know. So I'm excited that they're going to do that. That's a great step forward. And also, too, think of this for a second. They've got this bot that's predominantly running on a few exchanges. They can use that as leverage, you know. So if there's ever any question of legitimacy of the platform, they've got this trading history. They've got a seasoned account on these bigger exchanges that they're actually trading on. So it's not just the trading reports that they're bringing transparency to. It's the whole business model that they want to bring transparency to. So I got a chance to talk to Phil, who runs more of like the marketing and social media side for Filecoin, or has been. And yeah, so it was great and exciting to see what was going on there. That's it with that. Let's talk about the ICO pool, right? I introduced this yesterday into the Discord, so you got a head start on this. Hopefully they jumped into the chat. Maybe not. Excuse me. I don't know why I got this wicked cough today. So the ICO pool, here's what's going on with that. I was connected with them through a friend of a friend. Again, benefits of starting to make, you know, friendships in this space over the last 3 to 6 months. And so that's some of the fruit is starting to kind of come out of that now, which is great. And so I was connected up with Crypto Enthusiast is the handle, and they have a private community that they've been public now, I think, for about 3 weeks running. And they pulled together thousands of people to then take that buying power and go to tier 1 ICOs. Tier 1 ICOs are like the best ICOs out there, right? These are ones that, whether their intention is to sell out privately or not, most of these are selling out privately, never even getting an opportunity to go public because there's so much private interest. This is putting these people in the same category as like a hedge fund, any kind of private brokered group that has buying power of millions of dollars into these ICOs. So here's how they do it. They use something called PrimaBlock, and PrimaBlock is a smart contract, Ethereum-based platform, very secure, and it's the most popular one. Everybody's using it. And what it allows is everybody sends their ETH to one address, and that address buys the ICO. We get a specific and usually exclusive bonus, like ICO bonus token amount, right? And then as soon as the initial tokens are given, immediately this dishes out everybody's cut. And your cut is based off of how much ETH you stake up. There's a minimum of 0.5 ETH, I think. I didn't know this yesterday. So that's a refinement point. Why you'd want to do this is because this removes the KYC completely. That no longer matters. So people from all over the world, people that are maybe going through problems trying to get in on these ICOs, gas battles, waking up at 3 a.m., and then gas battle, and then not getting in on an ICO, like that completely sucks. And so I don't know why I got this cough. And so this is a solution for those people that are in maybe a country restriction. They're sick of the gas battles. They're sick of waking up. They're missing out. A lot of these ICOs never even go public. This is for that person, okay? And let me just grab the link really quick. I don't have it in the YouTubes. Sorry. I don't know why I did that, but I was pretty excited to jump on live stream, I got to admit. And so I had to calm myself down. All right, let me drop the link in the chat. Yeah, you can go and research this stuff too if you want. Just dropping in on the chat here for a second. That's the join link. Okay, here's how it works. There is a public Telegram channel. This is where you go to discuss. This is where you go to suggest ICOs for them to look into. This is where everybody who's actively, they've done 14 ICOs now. This is where everybody goes to hang out and talk. If you want to go and make sure this is legit, you can go and talk to anybody. The admins are accessible. You can go and talk to your heart's content, right? Obviously, do your own research with this. This is just an exclusive thing that I'm bringing to you guys. And I think that our community will be a great fit with theirs. Our beliefs align quite a bit. And so just makes sense. You join that, okay? That's where you go to chat. Then they have another Telegram, which is just the announcement. So once you go in there, they give you all the information. Then you get put into the announcement channel. So the day of, when the ICO deal's happening and it's time to go pay, they give you everything you need to know, as well as they lay out the like the payouts. So how it usually works is they're going to pay out all the coins that you buy first, and then the bonus coins get paid out later on. They do take a small fee as well, and then Prima Block takes a really small fee, but this is micro shit in comparison to like the overall bonus pool that you're getting. If you're getting 30 to 40%, I think their fees, don't mark my words, I think it's 4% between between Prima Block and then the ICO Pool Group, okay? Also, too, they got a website. Let me pull that up really quick. And let's pull up Prima Block. Sorry, I was a little unprepared on this front. I don't know why. I blame it on the excitement. Okay. 2 more links. This is their site. ICOParticipationPool.com. PrimaBlock.com. Go research both of them. Check this out. This is their official site. This is the Telegram link again. You can get it right here on the page. 2 different Telegram groups. One is straight broadcast. Day of ICO. Let's go. Dump it in there, okay? The payouts and everything is pretty easily broken down. Prima Block handles all that, though. So you just send it to the root account, and that just automatically disperses it the minute that they get, the second that they get the ERC20 tokens given to them. Okay, next popular question I get is, Jay, what is a ERC20 compliant wallet? That would be myetherwallet.com, which, fuck, I hate this site, man. I don't know why. It's just really weird. I've never actually had a site like this that I genuinely didn't like out of sheer weirdness. It's just strange. It's a strange site, and it's kind of hard to track your ledger and all your coins, essentially. So I use MetaMask, which I love this site. You guys are gonna like this. There it is. I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but am I the only one who messes with the dog on the thing? Like, I don't know. It just, I don't have a dog anymore. I love dogs. Grew up with golden retrievers and labs, and it's just like, hey, get it, get it, get it. Oh, what up? Anyway, so yeah, that's that. Those are ERC20 compliant wallets. Use one of those. MetaMask is way easier than my Ether wallet. It's free. Go sign up. There you go. That's the ETH address that you give. That's the ETH address that you would send from, and done. Okay, what else do we got? Okay, yeah, you guys happy with that? Cool. Good, good, good. All right, yeah, they're sorting you guys. Thank you to the mods, by the way. I love the mods, and not only the YouTube, but also in the community. Absolutely great. Look at this. We have only 73 people. That's what happens when you don't consistently upload too. YouTube basically says, F you guys, you're at the bottom. So nobody sees it. Sucks, but we'll see. Thanks again, guys, for jumping in there. All right, so that's the ICO pool. I was hoping to have Crypto Enthusiast on the live stream to answer questions. I don't know if he's in here or not. Let me grab this and see here. If not, he's joined the Telegram. He's in there. I mean, no big deal. I get weird when I show like my chat channels. I don't know why. Like, it's a secret. Don't let him see who you're talking to. Anyway, let's chart some BTC, huh? Can we do that? Can we chart some BTC? I've got some other stuff I want to talk about. We're moving into, just real quick, we're moving into a new space. Much bigger space. I actually want to start having meetups from this. So it's a 3-story building, which my intention here is to long-term build my own, buy my own land here in Indonesia and build my own shit, build my own little hub. And I want to open up hubs all over Asia. I want to do one in Dubai. Like, this is part of my long-term strategy. I just think it'd be cool. And once I go to those, you know, when I go to those different countries, then I have a full setup just there waiting for me, which to me is just badass, right? And, you know, it's one of those things to where that's just something I want to do. That's one of my goals. So you might think that's retarded. You might think it's stupid. I love the idea of it. So just let me be, okay? So we're working on the first instance of that. This will kind of be like the blueprint of that here in Indonesia. And so, yeah, we've got the new space that we'll hopefully be locking in like the next week or two. and then we got to do the full build out. So I'll have all my studio space. We'll have retail space to sell clothing as well, all there together. I don't think I'll like really advertise and market the space, but it'll be like kind of a low key spot that all of you guys can come when you come through, you know, Indonesia, and you want to visit, then you could come through and hang out for the day. And I definitely want to make it more of like an open thing to have people come through and hang out for the day. And then I'll also too have sleeping quarters there for either myself or other people. So the 3 levels, I just think it's dope. It just reminds me of like loft style to like the highest degree. And so yeah, that'll be good. We're working on building that out. So this whole space, that's why this is a little rickety. I've got like a different desk. I'm sitting versus standing like I used to in the live streams. I still haven't gotten the stream deck set up, so I want to start having more fun with the streams. And we're also going to start I'm going to start a gaming channel on Twitch. Just that's some of the stuff we're working on. What else? Ton of big updates in the community. We've refined a lot of the training and how the roles break down to ensure that people are being challenged and that people are moving through the levels correctly. Okay, so what I mean by that is somebody just coming in brand new does not need the 500-page book of Elliott wave theory necessarily. Maybe they just need to learn one simple strategy to go make some money with day trading, get them excited, get their feet wet, then move through the levels. So we're really going to be working and continually refining that process to make sure that people coming in that want to learn day trading are getting proper support. People that want to come in and get in on ICO stuff, well, with us kind of teaming up with crypto enthusiasts and ICO pool participation, easy, right? Easy. So we were having a little bit of struggle putting together an internal team on ICO review stuff. They've got a whole internal team already doing this. I know that because I'm in their private Discord, and so I see all the people working, putting together the research on these different ICOs. And also too, I'm hoping to link them up with Invasio so that we can bring a ton of money to Invasio to help them fundraise, because that project is just incredible. All right, so I think that's it there. Yeah, let's talk some BTC. So let me gather my thoughts on this. I noticed in the community that there's a lot of people who they haven't quite figured out how to look at BTC yet. What I mean by that more specifically is they haven't figured out how to chart. So they kind of bounce around, and you have to recognize that there's different ways to look at this. Like the data I'm getting at and looking at on a 1 day is not something that a scalp trader would use. And the data that I'm looking at a 1 day, you know, a swing trader uses, but they zoom in as well. They zoom in deeper and deeper. So use your time frames based on what you're looking to do. If you're a long-term holder of Bitcoin, then you're looking at the 1 day, the 1 week, the 1 month. You're looking at historic data. You're looking at fundamentals that are coming out on Bitcoin. You're looking at news coming out on Bitcoin affecting in the short term, and you're seeing if that's going to have an effect on the long term. You're measuring up Bitcoin against commodities, precious metals, the overall world economy, how fiat is doing, how dollars are doing. World wars matter with Bitcoin at a higher level, right? Because what are we really talking about? We're talking about almost a 40,000 foot view. Those things matter to a day trader to a degree, but not as much to somebody who's like, I've got this money sitting in Bitcoin and I'm just going to sit on this for like the next 2 years, right? So here's what's always fun about this, and this proves I'm getting better at this shit, is these are some historic lines that I just picked out based on the following. When we're on a 1 day, everything you look at is more significant than a 15-minute, right? I'm sure you agree with me. So these lines I just based off of interaction with candles and wicks. And these lines, they're significant lines. I would consider them trend lines, but some might not, okay? And it's simply because there's interaction with it on both sides. There's interaction on it from a support standpoint, meaning that it was above the line and it dipped down and touched here and here and here and here. It floated above that, so that it supports that, right? And then resistance, it acted as resistance as well. So this point has acted as resistance here. All of these days, this day here, this doji here touched it, this one here broke on it, and even going all the way back here, some historic data, December 3rd. So that's how I got these lines. And what's interesting about these lines is that they also align with some fib retracement. So also on a 1 day, I had to log out. I forgot. Yeah, I had to log out of TradingView. I think I'm the only one who has this problem. It drives me effing nuts. It just gets stuck. What the fuck? It just gets stuck. Like, what are you doing? And then I gotta log out, and that's the only way it'll like load. Oh, great. And then it's got the original. It doesn't have all my changed settings. Shit. Hold on. No, I don't want the background. There it is. Okay. So does it have? It doesn't. It doesn't even have. Oh my god! It doesn't have all my edit numbers. Killing me, just killing me. So I like to make 618 because it's called the golden zone. 618, and then I add a 650. That to kind of get a shrinkage look at that golden ratio. 618 is like the Fibonacci line. 50% is good at that. Whatever. Let's just leave it for now. Okay, so you'll see. So we have interaction right now. We're on the 1 day, but if we, once I zoom in a bit, you'll see we're interacting with the 382 zone right now. Which, if you wanted to be conservative, then how you would kind of branch this out is you just kind of box a little bit above the 3.8 and a little bit below it, and that's really like your zone. If we were to zoom in a little bit on this, then you would see. And what do you know, the 3.8, there's that significant trend line that I drew, which is in pink. That's floating in that area, and we've got one down here a little bit lower, which, again, this might mean nothing. It might mean a lot of things, which this one didn't have as much interaction. So let's just remove that one. This one I think had way more interaction. Yep. And then this one is a slam dunk here. So anyway, yeah, so this one is interacting with the 382. So this is support zone 1, which we're breaking into now. We blew through the 236, which makes a lot of sense that it didn't hold that. And then, so the next zone that we've got is the 50% line, which looks something like this. And what do you know? The line that I drew interacts with that. And so this will be the next support zone. So if this breaks through this, then this is the next zone that we're looking at in terms of support, okay? What's everybody asking? Everyone's saying, oh my gosh, it's kind of crazy actually to take a step back and look. Like, crypto people are really emotional. Like, we kind of lose our shit at like everything. Like, oh no, it's tanking again, it's crashing, Bitcoin's over again, it's burning to the ground. This is just a correction. This is just a small, bounce, correction, whatever you want to call this, retracement, whatever term floats your boat on that. That's all that's going on here. So we'll see the depth of the correction, and we'll be able to kind of further map that out as we get more data. Dropping down in time frames. See? So here's where we're sitting right now on the 4 hour. So we're just peaked into that zone. So you would be watching this right now, okay? I know that there's a lot of people that are starting to get into Elliott Wave. And so, what was I going to show? Okay, so this isn't finished yet. Let me try my hand on this. There's been a lot of people charting this like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is not correct, or 5 even right here. Because 3 can't be the shortest on a correction, and right now 5 would be the longest. So this would be the shortest, and that breaks a cardinal rule of Elliott wave theory. So that's not what's going on. So just wait. Need more information. But yeah, hold on. Let me pull this out a little further. Yeah, so you can just, look at what I just did. I did basic fib retracements. This purple line here is 200 moving average. By the way, you could do 200 moving average, 155. I've got a new strategy that we'll be releasing to level 2 trading soon on that. If you're, what I've come to realize, and I think it's through my own knowledge and understanding of now charting, now that it's been months and months and months of beating my head, like it's actually making sense now, is if you're just holding for the long run, you should be really, really chill right now. You should be really relaxed because there's not a whole lot that you should be concerned with. the guys who are day trading this, those are the guys who need to look at way more indicators, who need to bring in more variables and look at this, okay? So let me zoom back out, and let's also talk about some confluence or divergence. Let's see what we're looking at. Let's get rid of the fib lines. So those are your couple zones right there. I gave you a couple zones to look at. Those would also be more entry zones if you're longing. Also, too, if you're just looking to accumulate, you could use those zones as well. Okay, so some significant things to look at with RSI when you're on a 1 day is, I'm so mad I got to redo all this shit because TradingView. So the 50 line, the median line, is way more important on a 1 day. If you've watched some of my recent uploads, then you would know this, where I talk about this. So we actually, on a 1 day, are now below this 50 line. That is a stronger bearish indicator than if I'm looking at RSI on a 15-minute. And what do you know? It's kind of matching up with what we're seeing in the price action. So remember, this is an oscillator. And then this MACD is a lagging indicator. So what do we see here? Well, we see a little bit of confluence in this because we're seeing lower highs on the histogram. We're seeing what looks to be a MACD cross happening, and that MACD cross is going to go down. So when it goes underneath, this is usually, again, going back in time, if you just run that line all the way up to the price itself, look at this. There's just all this shit in the way. Sorry, it distracts me when there's garbage in my way. If you look at this, like, we had this big, there we go. Come on. We had this big swoop. We had a cross where the red went over the blue. Okay, red over the top of the blue usually means bearish. And then look, you see it. You just look up and you go back and you can just back test this little strategy that I'm giving you, this little nugget of how to actually use MACD, and it gives you quite a bit of data. So we had this big cross, and what do you know? That coincided with the histogram dipping down below this kind of median line here, and we're about to see that again. It looks like the MACD, the blue, is about to cross over the red. The histogram is lower highs. We've got the RSI failing to close above the 50 median line, and so yeah, it looks like we'll keep coming down. I actually think that this second support zone looks a lot better than the first myself, but this 382 I don't think is going to hold. I think the 50% fib line in that area, in that zone, will hold. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll do Cardano really quick because somebody was just talking about that, but we've only been going for 30 minutes. Holy shit, that just proves how fast I talk. Stream health is shit. It's low. I didn't realize that. Sorry. So there must be a lag. Let's wait. Let's let it catch up. Oh, that's good. You guys can see I'm wound up today. Are we good now? Fastest internet on the fucking planet. Oh no. And it's not good. Well, you know, it's just how it goes sometimes, I guess. Okay. What do we got? Let's do some questions, huh? Let's do some questions. Let me give this some time. Cool. So Beckner has been using, it's cool if you missed some of the stream. You can just watch the replay. Apparently the stream health is doing really, really bad today. No idea why. As usual, it's got its own mind. Been shorting ETC and LTC using only RSI and MACD. Great indicators for quick sell buy strategy to increase alt positions. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the Mad Hatter strategy, if you haven't seen that, oh, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Mad Hatter strategy. People are asking, Jay, you got 2 channels now. What the F is going on? We do. We got Crypto Jay and we got Crypto Junkies. Don't get it twisted, though. Oh, Crypto Junkies is up to 2,000 subscribers. Good deal. So, no, what do I want? I want playlists. I want them playlists. All right, so let me show you this. Let me bring this on the screen here. All right, here's the Mad Hatter strategy, start to finish. Check it out. It's its own playlist. Super easy. Video 1, this is Royal, the one and only Royal. Thank you, sir. from Haas Trading Bot. Shout out to them. And he is talking about the Mad Hatter strategy in full. This is a deep dive into the indicators, and this is the screener. TradingView has something called a screener. This is settings to get you prime picks immediately. Okay, it's this screener right here, which if I was logged in, you'd see I got Mad Hatter saved here, and you'd see that I had all kinds of matches right here, right now, in my face to look at that could be possible Mad Hatter setups, okay? What's coming here is I'll do a live trading session this week, upload it to Crypto Junkies. Subscribe if you haven't, duh. And then also, too, I'm going to do a Mad Hatter bot session because Haas Online Trading Bot, you guessed it, the Mad Hatter strategy is now a custom bot option in the Haas Trading Bot. If you haven't picked up your copy of Haas Trading Bot, you're crazy. You should. You're going to get 20% off for being a Crypto Junkie. Just use the promo code Crypto Junkie, cryptojunkies.info/HAAS. Go there. Crypto Junkie is the coupon code you're going to use. 20% off. Just buy the damn thing. Start trading with a bot. It's going to force you to do so many things. It's going to force you to learn trading, read indicators. It's going to force you to really stretch your comfort zone. I think it would be great for a lot of people. Okay? All right. Community coin and index. Oh, so here's what happened with that. Great question. The community coin, I am terrified, utterly terrified to make because there's so much liability with it. So we're still exploring that option, exploring our options there. We had a golden thing drop into our lap in this last week that I can't talk about. Sorry to be, covert on this, but that might fill the gap. We might have an opportunity yet, an amazing opportunity to get a community coin rolling. And there's way more sovereignty pieces to this, but that would be like one part of it. Is a community coin. We're still working on it, still exploring it, but just understand that the liability part terrifies me, utterly terrifies me, okay? Community index. I don't think I should say too much. Royal's going to chop my my nuts off if I do, but the Haas boys have been working on something, and it's so good that we decided to put the Condex, which was our internal index that we were testing, we decided to put that on hold because they've got something that they're coming out with, okay? So just be patient. Oh, it releases tomorrow, so I can say it. Okay, here we go. So Haas Online Trading Bot, oh man, let's make the plug official. They have an index coming out, an index component to their software. Like, this software is one that you get because not only is it amazing right now, it's going to be amazing over time too. Like, this thing in 3 years is going to be like a true staple in your toolbox because it provides you so much ROI on so many things. So the fact that they're even getting into the index part of it just excites me. So here's what you get to do. You get to pick which coins that you want, the percentage of the index that you want to hold in that coin, 25%, 10%, etc. And you just keep adding coins. So you want to do 5? Cool. You want to do 1? You want to do 100? Go for it. And then you get to select your re-indexing percentage, meaning that as these coins that are already in your index perform well, then it starts to pull some percentage out of that and accumulate more positions. Or if you wanted to then grow out of like a top 10 into a top 20. I hope I'm explaining that correctly too, Royal. If I'm messing it up, let me know. And so that is taking all the things that we learned from CoinCube, all the things that we learned from the Condex that Royal actually made, and was working with a couple of the other community members to build that out. They took that and they built it in like 6 days, which is, yeah, impressive to say the least. The dev team for Haas is impressive to say the least. And so all you need is a beginner license to get the index, and that's getting released and rolled out tomorrow. Manana, my friends. Again, if you don't have Haas Trading Bot, and I keep saying Haas and Haas, I interchange them, so deal with it. If you don't have the bot yet, then just get it, okay? Now you can do an index with it. You can do custom trading bots. You can do the Mad Hatter strategy. I mean, oh my God. Beautiful. More videos coming soon on that, okay? Oh, we need to talk about this conference. Speaking of Haas, Does he has it or does he has it? You know what I mean? It's tricky. Where's the link? Where is the link? They have a don't copy that link from Jay Dizzle yesterday. Jay Dizzle, just a wealth of knowledge. Shout out to you, bro. Bringing new information and facts to the table all the time on new workout strategies, let's call it. Somebody link me. Somebody link me. Captain, Royal. Anyways, Hass Online is sponsoring an upcoming event. I know I talked about the last one in Texas after it was already sold out and everyone was like, what? Jay, what the hell? This one's happening in April. You have plenty of time to go buy it. So let me just feel free to, I'm going to shill the shit out of this one. There it is. Too long. Oh, he linked it. Royal linked it. Great. So this is called Global Big Data Conference. It's going to be another big one. There's a ton of great conferences coming out of California. You know, Hass Online spends big bucks to get to these events to bring this to you, right? That's why they do this. They go to these events, they spend this money. Royal gets up on stage and talks about these bots because this needs your attention. It deserves your attention. This strategy, the idea of using a bot as part of your portfolio, it deserves your attention. If you haven't given it any of your attention yet, then you need to. You need to reevaluate that. And especially if you're coming out of the whole lending game and you're feeling lost, don't know what to do, botting is another option, okay? It definitely needs to be part of the game, okay? Global Blockchain Conference. Okay, so it's Global Blockchain Conference. Big name. And so what you can expect is thousands of people. These events are getting bigger and bigger. Tens of thousands of people are showing up to these in Asia. US is starting to pick up speed, so thousands of people, all that like similar stuff as you, crypto enthusiasts. They want to keep their finger on the pulse with new technology and new tools to put in their toolbox. Do it. All right, links in the chat. What else do we got? I think we're properly shilled. I'll add the link to the underneath the video as well. Let me add these in here. Links from live stream. How's everybody been, by the way? Feels so good to get back in the driver's seat with these live streams, I tell you. I have missed this. I miss that feeling, that excitement, that just raw energy, that raw power that I get. All right, added all the links. There you go. Oh, Masternode's online. Let's add that one in there too. If you're just showing up to the live stream, scroll down to the bottom. Boom, pow. You got the links. Questions. Questions. You should totally divorce yourself from lending. Jolo, we're there, brother. Sister. Sorry. We're there. There's people still in it in the community. We've got some of the channels still running till the end of the month, but for the most part, I don't talk about it. I have some positions in some of this stuff still, but I'm rapidly trying to get out. Stage left. Okay. I'd buy Hasbot if I wasn't holding all TRX. Mac 10, I'm sorry, bro. That was tragedy there. Okay. What else? Questions? What do you got? Oh, people ask all the time, like, what's the difference between manual trading and botting? It takes the emotion out. There's level one basic reason why. It takes emotion out of the game. You start to really question yourself, especially once you initiate the trade. You entered the trade, right? And what starts to flood through your mind is like, oh man, like maybe Fibonacci is wrong. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe my TA is stupid. Maybe I'm an idiot. And you second guess yourself, right? When you have bots running, not only does it's like you have 15 duplicates of yourself who are just executing based on rules and laws that you set, criteria you set. So it's removing all second guessing, all, trigger finger happiness, the in and out of the trade. It's removing all that and it's duplicating it. So you can run, unlimited amount of bots. It's madness. I don't know why I haven't been more active in it. Well, I do. I just don't want to admit it. Where's my, there it is. Let's look at, somebody was saying something that they used the Mad Hatter and got into ADA, which just strikes me as an awful idea because I've been watching ADA and yes, it's been sliding. So here's where you would, talking specifically for a second about the Mad Hatter is, When you notice it sliding, and what I mean by sliding is all we got to do is add our Bollinger Bands on this bad mama. Wait, there he is right there. And what you'll see is it's been sliding along the lower Bollinger Band for days. This is the 1-day chart I'm looking at. It's one thing to see that in like a 15-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour chart and start to look for it to level out, confirmation on that. But when you see it happening on a 1 day, that means sliding. That means we do not enter. That is a big red flag. And that is part of, I guess, kind of being a newbie to the Mad Hatter strategy. Let me just give you that golden nugget. When you're seeing it slide on the 1 day, you wait. So what are we seeing on the 15? Oh, whoops. Auto that guy. Quick little hack for you too on TradingView. You just click on auto. It rescales everything and fixes it. So on 15, we're seeing quite a different picture. Wait, how did somebody get stuck in a bag if we're starting to see this beautiful motion? How long has this been running for? Okay, so there's 2 big slides in this last 3 days. Okay, so that was the first big slide. Let's look here. We got another big slide there. Okay, but what's happened here now since, I don't know how maybe you got into that. What's the spread here? Stop. Price range. Dude, what the hell? 3%. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Because we're squeezing a little bit now. You see, we're squeezing in comparison. Bulging and squeezing. Level 1 trading group. It's all there for you. Where's my guy? There you are. Okay, what do we got here? What is this? 2%. Yeah, okay. And then if you got in it like today, well, 2%. I don't know. I don't know how you got stuck in that bag. Reach out to me. DM me in Discord. Let's chat about it. Or come on to, I'll jump in the day trading group. I don't know how you got stuck in it. I was watching it. I've been watching it on the 1 day, on and off over the last, I don't know, couple days. But this, ever since the 21st, we've had some decent sideways action on this. Which means this. Okay, Mad Hatter strategy, bottom, top, buy, sell, buy, sell, or buy, sell. So, yeah, let's talk about that. Let's get you refined up because that should not have happened. Okay. Hold shift and click to get the price spread. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, hindsight is 20/20, and it sucks. It's interesting. The thing I like about it is it really separates and lets you know where people, like your friends, are at, right? Because people want to stop following me because of this or that. Like whatever the reason is, that's more on you than it is on me. So yeah, hindsight's always 20/20 as well. Looking back on it now, it's quite laughable, right? Like all of it's quite laughable. And I think that stops you from taking it too serious. Got to be able to laugh at yourself to a degree. So that happened and had to happen because it led to where I'm at now. And so people who have been following along on a journey, now you get a level of access that's very, very different, and a level of information that's very, very different than before. I would argue that it's better. I would argue that everything that we're talking about now, everything that I'm shooting, everything that I'm talking about is better because it's coming from a different level of understanding. It's coming from the experience of losing over $100,000 in lending programs, and it's coming from the experience of the fallout of that, all of that, just all the dynamic of that experience overall. And it's still ongoing, right? That and what comes out of that, and me having to pivot and shift my focus and what that's driven me to, right? And what that's forced me to do. It's squeezed me into a new direction, which I think is great. That growth is insanely good for me. And so you guys following along, I think it's great for you too. So hopefully you agree. Just sold ETH at 798, bought back in at 795. Not much spread, but do that 5 or 6 times a day adds up. Yeah, and I would encourage you, Beckner, to add in more pieces of the Mad Hatter strategy, because that's essentially what you're talking about doing. You're talking about when you're seeing that it's been running laterally, it's established what? It's established a trend. So now all we're doing is working that trend. Bottom to top, bottom to top, bottom to top. All day long we can do that. We can duplicate that with these quick in and outs, right? Yeah, chainsaw, that's a great point. Not to go too philosophical, is you're exactly where you're at. Otherwise you'd be somewhere else. So it's perfect, And it's really, what I like about it is the community now has an opportunity to tighten up, and the true diehards of the community, the people who weren't just coming in to maybe get some free BTC on videos that we used to do, or coming in for some sort of ulterior motive. It's like the true community is largely what we have left, and I'm proud of the community that we've created. And so now we get to really focus on that, and then as we grow, as we take over more market dominance, everyone that left and thought we lost it will come back and say, oh no, Jay, we never doubted you for a second. It's just how it works. Okay, yeah, I need to rewatch that video. I've been watching RSI to do quick short positions. Yes. There is not only some of the training that I did on RSI, there's other people's training done on RSI in level 1 chat. Check it out. It's great. What's my thought on Tokia ICO? I don't even know what that is. What is that, Tokia ICO? What the hell is this? Digital currency wallet. Okay. The direct blockchain payments card. There's a lot of these coming out. The only thing I will say to watch out for is now everyone's caught on to the fact that you can make, I don't even know, basically write your own check for an exchange. There's a lot of exchanges that will pop out. So now that there's a ton of options on the field again, you have to question why you're getting into these ICOs. Is this just a quick flip? If so, great. Then I think for the most part, going into 5-6 different exchanges, not a horrible idea as long as you've got your game plan up front. But if you're trying to like sink your teeth into fundamentals, then I think something like Legolas is a better option, because that's something that you would want to hold on to longer term, right? Because now what's going to happen is all these exchanges doing ICOs, then they launch, we're going to have the same set of problems. We're going to have vulnerabilities and hacks. The demand needs to be on transparency of the team, social presence, updates, issues with wallets, issues with pairs, issues within the platform. Those all then become important. While I do believe it's relatively easy to step onto the scene as an exchange, I think that what we're going to see in 2018 is a swarm of exchanges, and therefore we'll have to ask deeper questions, more questions, and have a higher level of expectation with the exchanges, because now there's going to be another 50 on the out and released. Okay, so cool. Yeah, I'll when I got more time, I'll take a look into this project. Thanks for that. Appreciate that. Still have half a BTC on coinexchange.io because it seems to cost so much to move. I don't know. I don't remember. But all I was using CoinExchange for is to buy, shitty lending coins. So yes, it's a scalping strategy. Yeah, well, it's a taxable event too, Boots. Moving from exchange to exchange is a taxable event. A lot of people in the US aren't really recognizing that. So you do want to limit your moves from exchange to exchange, not just because of the fees, but you have to also equate the fact that that's taxable now. So that is another future-based fee that needs to be taken into consideration. I don't think a lot of people have realized that yet, but as time goes on, they'll start to become more stingy with their moves. They won't be so effortless with, oh, I screwed up and sent to the wrong one. Oh, let me just send to this one, because it's all taxable now, right? Yeah, I don't know how much it costs to move BTC out of CoinExchange. I don't think it would be that much. Vuju, what's up? Also, too, everybody that's got DMs, I've got a shitload of DMs. I still got to get through them all. Just bought Haas. Sweet. Congratulations, Brandon. Get into the Discord if you're not already. There's a dedicated channel for it. We're all up in there day and night. Cool. So move from Coinbase to Binance, $150 worth, cost them 18 cents. Thanks for that. You can't make good gains with arbitrage, though. I don't think you can. I think that game for U.S. residents, anyways, is a little over, because it's a taxable event now. So unless it's a big spread, and then also, too, you're not the only one noticing arbitrage. That's very entry-level strategy. So there's a lot of other people seeing that. So what you have to consider and take time to really realize is that when a bunch of people do that, it bogs down the network. So then it backs up the meme pool, and we can no longer send BTC in 5 or 10 minutes. It takes longer. By the time it gets to that exchange, have you lost out on that arbitrage, window? Yeah. So there's other ways to do arbitrage and market making, which is similar. It's an arbitrage strategy. I'd consider it. Use a bot. Then you have multiple exchanges set up with money already on it. So when these opportunity windows present themselves, you're already in position. Yeah, fees and overall blockchain backup, whatever, is low right now. It's really low. If all of a sudden a huge arbitrage opportunity came up, get bogged down. Cool. Waiting on that tax return. I like it. All right. Any other questions? Why is this stream health still so shitty? I'm really sorry about the delay. It sucks. Have I talked about Cash App? No. Okay, that wasn't Gimmer. Cool. Appreciate you jumping on and checking us out. 64 watching. I can see YouTube needs to be reminded that I'm back. Okay, Jay's back. So we're going to have to do more live streams because, we're getting hundreds. I think we did 1,000 one time. But those social media algorithms, you know how it works. If you're not consistent, they will kick you out. Gimmer? Oh, that's the bot. I thought you were talking to a person. Buy BTC there. Lists from Square. Okay, you missed the Crypto Junkie news. Let me recap that. Setting up new space that will be space that Crypto Junkies can come and visit when you're in Indonesia on this side of the world. I'm going to be setting these up in multiple countries just because that's part of what I want to do. I think it'd be cool. So I'm in a process of packing up our current operation and moving it. Next month, for the whole month, damn near, I'll be in Vietnam. So I will do some live streams, but you won't have fancy green screens or anything like that going on. And it's because I want to set up in Vietnam as well. So I'll be in Vietnam, and we'll be doing the build out here on the new location. And hopefully it'll be pretty close by the time I get back around the end of March. April will be the big month that you can expect me to get back into consistent live streams. I'll have the stream deck set up by then. I'll also be doing a Twitch channel for gaming. Really just something to do, hang out while I'm waiting on trades to be executed and shit like that. And so we have that going. We've made a bunch of changes internally to the roles and the levels. We'll be rolling out the rest of the changes in the next day or two inside the Discord. We've got the members area being tested right now, beta tested, and then that will be rolled out. We've got the I don't know, partnership relationship opened up with ICO. What do they call it? ICO participation pool, which has really picked up the slack for us so that we don't have to research ICOs. They've got a full team. I'm actually in their Discord for the inner team. They're researching ICOs all the time. They have access to tier 1 ICOs with exclusive bonus pools that nobody else is getting unless you had millions of dollars to invest or you ran a hedge fund. So that, I think, will be great for a lot of people in the community. This also breaks down the residency barriers because you're not actually getting involved in the ICO yourself, so KYC stuff doesn't matter as much. If it's an exchange ongoing, that would still matter, obviously, but surface level doesn't. What else do we got going on? I think that's... I'm going to be shooting some more Mad Hatter videos this week, a live trading session, and a botting session. We're going to be continuing on the bot series. We've got some interviews and new videos hitting for Invasio this week. I talked about Ficoin, some updates there, and just my thoughts overall on the project, how it's very different than other lending platforms trying to pivot right now. But yeah, I think that's it. we're constantly grinding away, guys. The clothing stuff we haven't really sorted out, but we did a limited 20-day offer on clothing for everybody. That just closed yesterday. So if you missed out on that, we might do another one. And so now people will start to be able to rep that merch. And we're still working on our side of it, but we will be selling it here in Indonesia. So I guess if you wanted to come and visit, the issue is the shipping. We're in talks with a huge production house. I just don't know if we have the volume. Like, we sold less than 20 units on the Teespring. Guys, we have 14,450 YouTube subscribers. We have almost 4,500 people in the Discord. We sold like 20 items. I can't go to production house that's making clothing for like Logan Paul and shit and say, hey, yeah, we could maybe bring like 200 units a month. We would start at 5, and I think 500 units a month would probably be like a favor. And what they'd be looking at is thousands. You know, they'd be looking at us to do volume of thousands of units per month. When we can get to that level, then I can start providing the quality and to the demographic reach that I want to. For now, what we'll probably do is we'll probably just ship to Asia and Europe, okay? I don't know if I'm planning on trading tonight. I got quite a bit of shit to go do here in the real world. So I don't know. Maybe. But I'll be on in the day trading group just hanging out in a little bit. What else? I think that's it. Yes, coming over to the Discord shortly. Any other final questions for me, guys? I really love... Oh, man. Feels so good. Feels so good to be back. Oh, that's cool. C. Jones. The replay will be up soon. Stream health, though, is poop. Don't know. Strange. Any final questions for me before we shut this down? Give it a second because we got massive delay here. What else do we got? Binance live stream triggers lucky draw. Oh, so Binance is doing a live stream for the lucky draw. Okay. Makes sense. Cool. When is next stream? Soon? I don't know. Probably next week. I gotta start doing more streams because look, fucking 64 people on the live stream. This is ridiculous. So I gotta start doing more live streams so that it gets shown on more front pages in YouTube. Social algos, you know. Oh, that'd be cool. Crypterium. Yeah, that was one that I missed out on, actually. That would be good. Yeah, I want to do more streams. But we're in the middle of packing and moving on. Robert, what's up, man? Hard fork explanation video in the future. Cool. That works. Yeah, let's end it there. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you got some value out of this. Learned a few things, had some fun. And be on the lookout because we'll be doing more live streams. If you're new to the channel, just checking this out on replay, whatever, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Place a comment. You know, all this social shit because we don't post as often as we used to, and they penalize you for that in the social algorithm. So I'd really love your help with just placing some comments, likes, subscribe to the channel if you like what we're doing here, and be on the lookout for more live streams coming your way soon. All right?